Welcome to the Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide sports. And I'm joined today by the head coach of the Alabama softball team, Patrick Murphy. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, this weekend marks the final regular season series here at Rhodes Stadium. You'll host Kentucky. Can you talk about hosting Kentucky and what can you expect to see from a ranked Kentucky Wildcats team?
Well, first, they're a very good team. I think a lot of people don't realize that Kentucky softball and baseball have gotten very, very good the last couple of years. Their softball team has been in a super regional. They were one game away from the World Series a couple of years ago. We know them quite well. They had a pitcher named Chanda Bell, whose little sister is Chauncey Bell, who's a catcher for us. So we naturally kind of paid attention to a lot what Chanda did during her career. She did a great job. She's now the fifth-year student assistant for them. But Kentucky comes in top 12 in the RPI, top 20 in the rankings. They're hosting the SEC tournament next week. So I think this is going to be a great springboard for their week next week because, we did that last year.
Right.
It was a very exciting time for our program. They have a brand new facility. They have a lot of things going on well for them right now. So definitely, number one, tough opponent. We have great respect for their players and their coaches, a great coaching staff. Third thing is we're trying to break an attendance record. We need to average 3,000 a game, 9,000 for the weekend, to break our old record of all-time season mark. And then also we would become the first college softball team to average over 3,000 people a game during a season, which it's never been done before. And we're real close right now, but we'd love to break that record, those two records actually this weekend.
Well, Murph, as you said, you're wanting to get 9,000 fans here to break the record. This last series that you had here at home, you had over 4,000 on A Day, 11,000 fans total. I know it was a great weekend, but what does it do for even this softball team, even for the girls, to help get them going to have that many fans there?
Well, as you know, we dropped the first game of that series 2 weeks ago. We came back and we had the 4,002 people on A Day, which was just incredible. And I can remember looking behind me in the bullpen and seeing people up and down the fence, outside the fence, really wanting to let them in, but fire codes and stuff like that prevents us to doing that. But that game, we won 11-3, and the crowd just brings so much energy to our team. They motivate us beyond belief. I know they motivate me, and if we could average those 3,000, it would mean a lot to myself and the team.
Also, Murph, this weekend, hoping to get that many fans in here, you're also going to celebrate your 5 seniors that you have on this team. Can you talk about them individually and what have they brought to this team?
Well, I think first as a group, they are, last year's team, I said when they were freshmen, they really got it. They understood the team concept. They knew that there was a bigger purpose in playing softball. It wasn't all about them. It was about the team and the success of what the team did. This group mirrors that. I've never had an issue from day one, on or off the field. 4 of the 5 will graduate in 4 years, which is unheard of. The 5th, Lauren Sewell, she has to go through her teaching process and her student teaching, so that's understandable as a student athlete. That's very tough to do. But, Caleb Rowe comes all the way across the country from Eugene, Oregon. Kima Davis comes from South Florida. Lauren Sewell comes from Fort Lauderdale. And Courtney Conley and Jackie Branham are our 2 Missouri kids, the first 2 we've ever had from Missouri. And they won 3 straight SEC championships. They won 3 straight SEC West championships. They won their first College World Series, obviously, last year. They've won every tournament at home that we played in their 4 years, which is just an incredible feat because we've had some pretty good teams come in. And their parents have been terrific. The kids have been terrific. Again, not one problem on or off the field. Great students, all above a 3.0. I mean, I've got so many things good to say about them. We could be here for a couple hours.
Right. Well, Murph, it sounds like it's going to be an exciting weekend honoring those 5 seniors that have brought so much to this program, hoping to get 9,000 fans, and also just winning this series against a highly ranked Kentucky team, just kind of get you some momentum going into the SEC tournament. Yeah,
it's huge, and it's, as you probably know too, that we didn't have a very good weekend last weekend, and the last 2 teams we played, they're both in the top 11 or 12 in the RPI, and which is good for us because obviously it's good competition, and we see we face good hitters, we face good pitchers, so it's a good springboard, like you said, for the SEC tournament. And then we're playing for bigger and better things right now. You know, the tournament's coming up, regionals are coming up, super regionals, and the World Series. So a lot of stuff is on our plate. The girls are finishing their finals, and you know, it's going to be a fun postseason.
Well, Murph, as everybody says, I know I talk to people all the time, they say that I want to get out to a softball game, I want to get out to one. Well, this is about your last chance before the postseason to do it, so you better come out now.
Yeah, I know your aunt and uncle are coming over,
Right.
and I'm glad that they're going to be 2 among the 3,000.
Right.
But we're also giving away a bunch of cool stuff. Krista Huffman, our marketing person, is it's kind of like Fan Appreciation Weekend. So every game we'll come up with some cool surprises to give something to a lucky fan. And I know I've seen a couple of them, and it's pretty generous, and they're pretty cool
Right.
prizes. One other thing, you know, we have a manager that's a senior, Miles Snyder, who has done a great job for us. Awesome kid. We're going to miss him a lot too.
Right. Miles is a great guy, along with the 5 seniors. It's going to be a cool weekend. Well, those games on Friday, it starts at 6:30, on Saturday at 2 o'clock, and Sunday at 1:30. So come on out to Rhodes Stadium for some great softball.
Okay, thanks a lot, Christopher.
Thank you, Murph. For head coach Patrick Murphy, I'm Christopher England, and that's it for this edition of the Crimson Tide Connection.